Yeah, hello and welcome to the very professional Spielworxx video studios. Today I would like to briefly show you the components of Throne of Allegoria. This is Robin Lee's and Steve Mackenzie's new game, which will be published by Spielworxx in time for Essen or for the Spiel Fair, which is in late October 2019. There will be longer videos by Heavy Cardboard in English language and by Hunter and Krone in German language, so complete playthroughs of the game. Here I will today show you the components, and then in the next couple of days I will explain very briefly some of the key mechanics. And of course, as you can see, this is a prototype because the colors in the finished product, in the final product, will be a lot brighter than over here. The game comes in the standard Spielworxx square box. So let's take a look inside, but I haven't included the rules. But if you are already interested in reading them, you can do so from my website. So you will find the files in both English and German language. The game contains 4 player 8 cards. They will be on light cardboard, and they are backprinted in English and in German language. So they explain the actions, the various actions, and they detail the attack sequence as well. And because there are 4 copies included, Throne of Allegoria is for 2 to 4 players. In addition, there are cardboard counters, and again, in the final product, they will be of standard thickness. Most of them are these square ones, influence markers, so this would be just one influence. And influence, in a way, is a currency in the game. The player who has the most influence at the end will be the winner. We also have a lot of wooden components in the game, and let me just take out the wooden pieces of the blue player. And first we have the castle of the player. So this is put on the main game board to show where he will start, where his castle is. Then we have a standard 6-sided die, but in the final product the 5 and the 6 will be both zeros, and this will be a wooden die with rounded corners. We have several standard meeples, and depending on where they are placed on the board, these meeples are either soldiers, merchants, or spies. And in addition, there are your standard small cubes. Here we go, and they are placed on various tracks. And last but not least, and these are very important in the game, there are 6 bidding tokens. So this is a bidding token, but on one side there is a number. It's either a 0, a 1, a 2, or it has an asterisk. And in the final game, these numbers will not be stickered, but they will be embossed. So this is, at least to my mind, this is some extra quality, some extra value. The game also comes with a lot of different card decks. So here we have the role card. So each player takes at the start of the game a certain role. This would be the knight with some values here. And these cards are available in English and also in German. So, because this is a dual language production. We also have the guild cards. Each player has a deck of identical guild cards, and again, these are backprinted, so we have them in German and in English, and they will be used during the game to give some benefits. There are also, and they come in 2 languages because there is too much text on them, the Royal Decree cards. They add a sort of meta level to the game, and you see here they are in German language. the königlicher Erlass instead of a royal decree. The game uses objective cards, and there are endgame and in-game objectives. You can see it by the color of the number at the bottom. So red means it's an endgame objective, but most of the cards are in-game objectives. So here they have a blue number, and they are English and German. So on each card. And last but not least, we have in the smaller size, the workforce cards. So this would be a soldier, this value 3. We have other ones. This is a spy, and we have a scholar over here, and a joker, and these are the traveling merchant cards, also in small size, and they determine the economy for the current game turn. So the economy for a game turn can be good, bad, or something in between. So these are the cards. And then each player has also a player board, and let me show you one of it. And they have various tracks where you place your small wooden cubes, and in the final game these spots for the cubes will be punched through so that the cubes on the tracks do not slide around. So each player has one of these, and then we have our standard scoring pad for the endgame scoring per player, and again it's back printed, so we have English text and we have German text. And then of course we need the game boards. As I said, there are two ones. So the first one is here, the smaller one is mainly an administrative board. At the top we see the 6 game turns, the 6 game rounds. The game lasts for 6 rounds. Here we can put cards for so objective cards and royal decree cards. There are 2 bidding tracks down here, and here you place your workforce cards, which are then placed in this area. And last but not least, we have the main game board. And the main game board, again, please remember that the colors will be a lot brighter. So on this part, again, we have some tracks. Here are again bidding tracks. And then each player has his own realm. So let me move this a little bit closer. By the way, here you place your traveling merchant cards, so for the economy. And then each player puts his castle down on that spot. Each player has a market and a tavern and his own battlefield. And you see the other players have the same layout, or over here. And then in addition, there is a central battlefield, a central market, and a central tavern. So you can't move directly from your spot to a neighboring spot. You first have to go through the center. But all of this I'll explain in the next couple of days in various brief videos. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention.